I can't believe I'm about to show you this, but have you ever wondered, what if we're not the first industrial civilization that's existed on Earth? What if long before humans, there was another intelligent species that mastered technology, reshaped the planet, and then vanished? Today, we're diving into the Silurian Hypothesis, one of the most mind-blowing and profoundly challenging ideas in science. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at our ancient past the same way again. Hey there, I'm Olympia, and if you've been here before, welcome back, you glorious seekers of cosmic truths. And if this is your first time, are you in for a treat? We obsess about the biggest, brain-twisting questions in science and philosophy, and today's topic is going to completely flip your sense of history. So, settle in. Grab whatever keeps you sharp. Tea, coffee, or, existential dread. And let's jump into this. All right, so first, let's unpack this mind-bender. Silurian Hypothesis. It gets its name from those humanoid reptiles, the Silurians, in an old sci-fi series. But unlike fiction, this hypothesis was actually proposed by serious scientists, Gavin Schmidt and Adam Frank. What they suggested was simple, yet groundbreaking. If an advanced civilization had existed millions of years ago on this planet, how would we even know? Think about it. After a mere 10,000 years, almost all physical structures crumble. Skyscrapers, highways, even styrofoam, it all breaks down. Now stretch that idea to millions of years, entire epochs, and the traces left behind could be almost impossible to recognize as artificial. Here's the kicker. Earth's geological record isn't as complete as you might think. Entire eras of rock can erode or be subducted underneath tectonic plates. In other words, finding evidence of something like a prehistoric industrial civilization would be a needle in a haystack kind of problem. But now, the big reveal, our hyper-focused gem of the day, isotopic anomalies. Certain industrial activities, particularly burning fossil fuels, leave behind changes in the carbon isotope ratios. A civilization that existed millions of years ago might have similarly altered these ratios, creating isotopic fingerprints bearing some evidence in rocks. And we've found some weird anomalies. For example, during the Paleocene-Eocene thermal maximum, around 56 million years ago, there's a sudden and dramatic spike in global temperatures, similar in scale to what we're seeing now due to human activities. There are also spikes in heavy metal sedimentation. While mainstream science links these anomalies to natural causes, the hypothesis dares us to ask, what if this was something else? Now don't mistake what I'm saying. There's absolutely no hard evidence yet that ancient advanced civilizations walked the Earth. Let's be crystal clear about that. But here's where the Silurian Hypothesis challenges us. It asks us to rethink what kind of evidence we'd even recognize. Does civilization only mean cities, machines, and plastic? What about biological tech, or developments leading societies, without leaving behind very obvious traces? Here's another wrinkle. We look up to the stars searching for intelligent extraterrestrial life. But could we have overlooked the most obvious place to look? Beneath our own feet? Some skeptics of the Silurian Hypothesis argue, quite convincingly, about the lack of artifacts or direct evidence, but it also forces us to swallow a tough pill about humans and hubris. Our species has been industrialized for just 2 centuries. Dinosaurs lived on Earth for 165 million years. If another species had its moment of dominance ages ago, could it have followed similar paths as us or chosen entirely different ones? And if humanity were to vanish suddenly, how much of our existence would be visible to future archaeologists in 1,000,000 years? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Earth's history hides civilizations richer or stranger than we can imagine? As always, if you're loving these mind-expanding dives, consider supporting with a virtual coffee. It helps me keep this project going. And here's the question I'll leave you with. If industrialized beings lived eons before us, could we be missing clues to what ultimately led to their extinction? Until next time, stay curious, my friends.